एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् त्रिसाहैर्बिल्वपत्रैश्च अच्छित्रैर्कोमलैश्चुभै तव पूजां करिष्यामि एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् सर्वत्रैलोक्यकर्तारं सर्वत्रैलोक्यपावनं सर्वत्रैलोक्यहर्तारम् एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् नागादिराजवलयं नागहारेण भूषितं नागकुण्डलसंयुक्तम् एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् अक्षमालाधरं रुद्रं पार्वतीप्रियवल्लभं चन्द्रशेखरमीशानम् एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् त्रिलोचनं दशभुजं दुर्गादेहोर्तधारिणं विभूत्यार्चितं देवम् एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् त्रिशूलधारिणं देवं नागाभरणसुन्दरं चन्द्रशेखरमीशानम् एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् गङ्गाधरं उमानादं पणिकुण्डलमण्डितं कालकालं गिरीशं च एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् कण्ठस्फटिकसङ्कासं चितिकण्ठं कृपानिधिं सर्वेश्वरं सदा शान्तम् एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् सच्चिदानन्दरूपं च पारनन्दमयं शिवं वागीश्वरं चिदाकाशम् एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् श्रीविष्णुं सहस्राक्षं दुत्तुभ्यां च निषङ्गिणं हिरण्यबाहुं सेनान्यम् एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् अरुणं वामनं दारं वास्तव्यं चैव वास्तुवं ज्येष्ठं कनिष्ठं वैशान्तम् एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् हरिकेशं सनन्दीशम् उच्चैर्घोषं सनादनम् अघोररूपकं कुम्भम् एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् पूर्वजावरजं याम्यं सुष्मदष्करनायकं नीलकण्ठं जगन्यं च एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् एकबिल्वं नित्यार्पणम् सुराश्रयं विषः
couple of questions. First question is about Bhakti Margam. For the past 10 years, my only way of bhakti is just going to temples. Jyotirlingam, Shakti Peeth has just been a kind of an obsession. And then suddenly, this year beginning, I was in India with my father, and the New Year's Day we were obviously going to the temples. And my father's guru, he's Ganapati Upasakar in Tanjore. My
Who
father,
rolls on the fire? That
yes,
song?
yes, Rambal Swami. He took me there. I had gone there as a kid many times. So he gave me Bala Ganapati Bija Mantram, and he said something will happen. I just recited that the way he gave me for some time, and I don't know how to say through a friend who's not an Indian. I came to, I connected to you, and it was September of 24th of this year, and I'm here with my children.
That mantra you received only raised you to the next level. Now from here, you will only go next level up. You will have a happy relationships, happy family.
Thank you, Swami. Thank you.
The way both of you guys radiate, when you go back, you will see they will be so happy and blissful for you guys. Go ahead.
I love you, Swamiji. I love you all. Well, you already know everything I'm going to say, but during the yoga itself, I don't really know the name, but I was doing one of the yogas, and I was getting very tired, and there was also pain in the body, and I was like, okay, I'm just tired, Mahadeva, you just take over, right? And I could feel like, it was like yoga where we stretch our legs wide and we put our arm down and go down. I could only go so much. And after I said that, every breath I took, so inhaling, whenever I exhale, I keep going down and down and down. I felt my hair touch the ground.
And how many of you really felt you can't climb on Malakamba or rope, but you did it? Raise your hand. That's a good number for first day. Come on, go ahead.
And my mind, being a monkey as always, wanted to test more. So I did some more testing and then got excited and tried something stupid. So again, another pat, slow down, right? So it was awesome. And when we came here, you asked us all to jump around and start dancing. So, well, initially I was a little shy as usual, and I started dancing. And like both of them were dancing really nice. I couldn't really follow. Then I just, I don't know, did whatever, because she said just go free, don't bother about it. The whole idea is to just free yourself. So I closed my eyes and I was just doing whatever came to my mind, like literally. And same thing, after a few songs I got very tired, and I'm like, okay, you know what, this is your body, you dance. So I just let it. And I closed my eyes and I started dancing. I could feel a lot of energy. I'm sure some people saw I was trying to test him again, but trying to see how high I can jump. So what I saw was Ma dancing like here. My eyes were closed, I could just see her dancing and I'm doing it. At that time I didn't know, I thought, okay, it's just whatever, it looks nice, it's graceful actually. And I was trying to do the same thing. And after about a few minutes, I opened my eyes and she was doing the same dance, like same steps. So I was like, is this like third eye, right? So I close my eyes, try again, and every time it's the same thing, same thing, same thing. But something happened. After a while, I did the same thing. I closed my eyes and I saw her do certain moves, and I was doing it, and I opened my eyes to check again. She wasn't doing it at that time, but a second later she started doing it. So it was very interesting.
I think you are playing with your body and third eye both.
Well, the next part is more interesting. So I was pretty convinced that's third eye and it's beautiful. I'm enjoying it. And I was seeing her and her graceful dancing. And not only what she was actually physically dancing, but her mental imagination of how her grace is. And it was beautiful. Then I had a thought, okay, I can see her clearly. I want to see Swamiji. So I moved my focus towards you. Then I basically saw the whole stage, both of them dancing. But I saw the chair, but I just saw a golden light sitting, right? So I'm like, maybe something's wrong. I open my eyes and you're sitting in this body. And then I'm like, okay, I'll try again. I'll focus more. And this time I focus more and they all disappear. I just see the chair and just that golden light sitting. And then this happened.
I can say your third eye is awakened.
Thank you, Swamiji.
You saw it right.
Oh, it is Yellam one sale.
You can continue to play with your third eye. You will be able to read fluently. Not just reading, you will even be able to scan bodies. See, what you saw is the exact reality. So you can now trust your third eye.
And about the scan bodies, since
You will be able to do it.
you started this, I was sitting here for the waiting in line. Someone just sat next to me, his thigh touched mine. And I could kind of feel he was a little stressed. So I'm like, should I ask him? No. And then I was like 2-3 seconds, and I just asked him, are you okay? Are you stressed out? And he's like, no. And then his stress actually went down. I could feel that too, so it was very interesting.
That's wonderful.
Hello, Swamiji Nidyananda. My first question is, the past 3 months, I've been seeing a lot of repeating numbers, especially when I look at the clock. Is that of any significance?
Oh. Actually, the repeating numbers, directly they do not have a significance, but when you associate them with some auspicious or inauspicious, that association makes you experience the same. Numbers themselves are not, but the association, that is significant.
And my last question is, are these complicated crop circles that are left behind, is that a way for higher intelligence to tell us to wake up to who we really are?
Yes. Those crop circles, I consciously also scanned. I can say at least some 10, 12 are by aliens. It is not by human beings here. Especially the Oregon, that Michigan one, Sri Yantra, I consciously scanned. If you see in the Facebook, it is not done by man. It was not done by man. I think it is some 12 square mile, perfect. So it was actually by aliens. So you are right.
And also, just blessings for everyone here and our loved ones to come to next year's Nityananda.
Tatast. Go ahead. Ask.
I'm fear of taking responsibility. So I told my husband, so I am taking responsibility. Swamiji will give everything, so I am trusting on him. At least apply a loan for me. Give me 6 months time. I'll do Swamiji, with Swamiji's blessings, I will do job and I'll pay loan. He said, who will give with 0% that much money? I said, I am trusting on Swamiji, at least to try. He went with 0% loan got approved. He surprised. So after that day, he said, so okay, first I am paying through credit card, go and pay. That Houston Sangha, I am coming for Sangha. So that time, for a glimpse of Nityananda home. So while I am coming, that signal, car stopped. So immediately just my husband and my husband is talking in the phone. One car came and hit in front of my car. All 4 cars crashed one by one. With split second, you saved me that time because I am taking responsibility. Thank you, Swamiji. Thanks for everything.
Tathastu. Anandagandha, all-time insurance.
Nityananda Swamiji. And yesterday I wrote these 2 papers, and since you told me today I have rewritten in a new papers, you want me to tear off the old ones?
No, keep both.
Okay. And then one more thing, Swamiji.
It is just for your mind to remember.
Okay.
See, I am going to pour like a melted gold in you, the energy. Whatever your mind wants, it can make that jewelry from that gold. That's all. It's the intense energy only I am going to pour. Whatever you write down, you create a sankalpa, that same jewelry will be made out of that gold. That's it. Blessings. Let's gather for next session. Thank you. Be blissful.